What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another vlog about my psoriasis journey, and today I'm gonna cover what is really working. Is it the diet? Is it warm weather? What is the case? And as you can probably see, I am in a hotel in Mexico. So the weather is nice and warm. I'm gonna step back inside so the wind, there's a little bit of wind right now. I wanna make sure you hear me. But some of you actually suggested warm weather before, and obviously I come from a warm country back when I lived at home. And comment below where you think I'm from. I'm not gonna give it out easily. I wanna see if you guys can guess based on my accent, based on how I look, based on the body color, whatever you wanna base it on. If you guess it right, awesome. If not, I will probably tell you in the comments where I'm from. But bottom line is, when I was raised and like where I lived most of my life, it was hot, it was warm. And no, I'm not from Russia, if that's the accent you think. So I've never had psoriasis there. And the one common denominator when I moved to Canada is that it's cold, it's dry. And that's pretty much where things start to take shape. It really started to hit hard when I started my business. So combination of stress, pretty much the dry weather and so on, kind of started to take toll on my body, I guess, and that's where psoriasis started to come out. Now, of course, not eating right and all that might have affected things as well, but I've been a pretty healthy guy for the most part of my life. I've always eaten really clean. This trip to Mexico, as you can imagine, when you have buffets and pretty much all sorts of foods, from fries to burgers to whatever, of course, alcohol was a big thing in this trip. And what's crazy to me is that I've noticed that if you look at my shoulder here, if you look at my other video, it was kind of flaky, it was kind of red, and this trip pretty much made it a lot better, I would say. And I've been eating like, I don't want to say the word, I've been eating pretty bad. I've been drinking almost every day. Not proud of it, but I'm on a trip, and I thought, hey, this would be a great test to not only just relax and distress and all that, but also a great test to see, is this gonna make any difference? Is this gonna affect my body any more than before? When I put it into shock with all the bad food, with the liquor and all that. And to my surprise, nothing seems to be really worse than before. Matter of fact, probably a little bit better. Like obviously vitamin D in the sun here, obviously the humidity is improving. I've been in a swimming pool, maybe the chlorine in some sort of way helped. I used to be a swimmer for 8 years, and I've never had psoriasis. And I know the chlorine, in theory, dries things out and makes the skin very flaky and dry, but I thought maybe if I go back to what I used to do, it might help, right? So now I'm in a warm country, I'm in the pool all the time, I'm eating whatever, and psoriasis seems to get better. So what is my conclusion? Well, weather obviously helps, de-stressing obviously helps, right? Does that mean that we should not maintain any type of diet? Obviously not. I've been pretty much researching this lately, and I'm hearing a lot of comments lately about low carb diet, or maybe no carbs at all. I've tried it before I went on the trip, and the one problem is I only started a week before I left this trip, and I managed to do it when I'm at home. That's not an issue. The only issue is when there's no food at home and you have to order out, you have to go out for a restaurant, everything has carbs in it. It's super hard to cut carbs out, especially for me, because I'm an active guy and I need carbs for energy, but also to maintain my body, maintain like a certain physique, certain weight. And I've had somebody in the comments ask if I could make some sort of a program, some sort of video series about how I maintain my body, right? How I maintain my weight, doing all those diets. And I'll definitely get on that as soon as I'm back. I'm coming back in a couple days here, so I'm gonna get started on those videos. I'm gonna make a playlist for you guys to watch through pretty much how I work out, how I maintain my diet, what I eat, and so on. And some of those things might not even be right to treat psoriasis, but at the same time, I promise you, no matter where you are with your journey, no matter what you're doing, it's not gonna harm you. Everything that I'm eating is clean stuff. So if anything, it's going to help whatever other issue you might have. If you're overweight, it might help you lose weight. If you're just trying to try a new diet, well, this will help you have an idea of what to do, kind of thing, right? Because I didn't have guidance. I'm pretty much doing a lot of things from research, from videos, from what I hear people say, from doctors, and I'm making a summary of all those things, and I follow my own kind of journey in that sense. A lot of it can be wrong. I see comments from you guys. I try to comment to each and single one of you and see where exactly I can take ideas from you and evolve it to my own stuff and see if it helps. And as you can see, at the moment, the only thing I'm figuring out is the warm weather humidity helps me. Whether carbs are something that affects me, we'll figure out. As soon as I'm back, I'm going on a strict low carb diet. I want to really try to do a 30-day thing. I always try to do 30 days because I believe that within the 30 days, let alone that you adjust to that lifestyle, so to speak, it's easier to continue. But also 30 days is a pretty good indication of where things are going. Like if it gets worse by a lot, then I know, okay, it's getting worse before it gets better, so we're onto something. If it doesn't change at all after 30 days, like nothing moved at all, then I know that maybe that's not it. Maybe I should keep trying a little bit longer, but it's probably not looking like that's the solution. So it's just a matter of trial and error, right? And don't forget, whatever you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're like stressing about life, like kids, bills, and so on, don't forget to take the time for yourself too and go on a vacation. I haven't done this kind of thing in a long time, probably a year and a half, maybe two almost. And the last 2 years, like specifically this time right now, my psoriasis is probably the worst it's ever been. And really, if you look through all the videos, I've been pretty much on it every single day. I've been like really good at recording stuff, pretty good at maintaining my diet. Only this trip, really, I kind of pretty much balanced everything out, you know, like by bad food and drinking and all that. But otherwise, I never really drink. I would say maybe one drink a month, if even that, right? So that's just one thing I wanted to address. For those of you that are wondering if I'm still using the UVB light and so on, of course I am. I don't have to use it right now because there's natural vitamin D falling at me everywhere I go here in Mexico. But UVB light is something that I always try to use as much as I can when I'm at home. Maybe even bring it to my office if I remember. It is something that you have to force yourself to remember. You have to continuously use. If you're gonna use it once a week here and there, it's probably not gonna do anything, so don't waste your money. If you're gonna commit to using it, then I recommend it. It's a small device, it's not really expensive. I think it's anywhere from $300 to $400, somewhere in that range. You get it one time and you use it every day, every second day at the very least, and try to religiously apply it to the areas. At least start with one area and see if that improves that specific area before you go the entire body. I just want you guys to be aware of that, because a lot of the comments I'm getting are just talking about it, like, are you still using the UVB light? Are you still applying it every day? How long you should do it? Guys, I made a video about that, so just scroll back. We have a whole UVB playlist talking about how and what and when and so on, so just go back to there and it will answer all those questions. Otherwise, guys, this was just a quick update while I'm here in Mexico. Make sure you leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be launching those video series very soon here. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video.